I've got another one for you, Kobe. We are the men of letters. When we talk about the creepy, the weird, the ancient, we want the truth. We're truth seekers. So, we've talked about how, we come from a source and there's a source code. And there is an ancient tribe in Africa who stitch the source code in these fibers or whatever. They said that they learned it from the aliens in on the Palladium star system. So this does not talk about that, but it's basically 001's simulation, program, source code. So the guy who channels Bashar, who is an interdimensional being.
Yeah.
One of the guys asked him, "Are we in a simulated reality?" So we're gonna play the video, so you can see what Bashar said. All right, here we go.
Do we live in a simulated reality?
You're the one creating it. So in a sense, yes.
Okay. Can you elaborate a little more?
You are simply consciousness. Everything that's going on that you think is external is happening in your consciousness. There is no outside. Not really. Isn't that a simulation?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Okay, next question. You said we're third density beings.
You are moving into fourth density, yes.
That is ascension.
Yes.
And I've noticed the disassociation with some of my friends and family.
Yes. A natural symptom of moving into a different frequency that they may not choose to be compatible with.
And I would just like to make a statement here.
All right.
At first I was afraid of it,
Yes.
but I continued along the path because, I don't know, some part of me felt it was right.
All right.
And then I saw my friends and family changing in a more positive way.
All right. What you saw was, again, you shifting to a reality where the versions of them that exist in that reality are more in alignment with the changes you made within yourself. It's not the same individuals.
And I want to know how I could amplify that frequency.
Keep acting on your highest excitement to the best of your ability with absolutely no insistence on the outcome. That's the only formula that's necessary. If you don't want to believe it's that simple, you don't have to, but it is.
Okay.
Does that help you?
Yeah.
Come on, Bashar, talk to him. That's deep.
I like that. I do like that.
You created your own reality. Why are you creating your own reality? Because you have the power to do so. You are the source. And so what he's saying is that, and we haven't gotten into that yet, but what he's saying, this is kind of like the intro to it. When you change, you shift your frequency into a completely different world, into another Earth.
Okay. And haven't we said that, like, there's been a shift? We feel it, like, it may not just be us, right? Like, this shift can be with everybody else in your shift too, right?
Yeah.
I feel that I've been feeling that for a while, bro. And I feel like every time we talk about like, the men of letters, we talk about all this shit. But I talk about Annunaki, I talk about giants, I talk about Neanderthals. People aren't like, man, what the hell? People are like, nah, that makes sense. I can get it. I get that. I was talking about and we might have covered it at some point. I was talking about the committee, and like if you look at those questions, they're trying to keep it very base level, very, they're not trying to have your head in the stars, but they're like, wait, like, so like any government like anywhere, they're like, nah, we never seen that. And scary. Right. It's scary. They keep saying it's scary. It could be dangerous. They're like, so you think it's? They're the part where they ask the four guys on the panel. They ask them, like, so what in your opinion? What is this? Two of them say, not human
biologicals.
Not human biologicals. One guy says, like, it's drones and it's scary. And the dude says, I don't know, but we need to figure it out.
But you fear what you don't understand.
I don't fear that. I fear it's aliens.
Most people do in this world. White people fear black people because they don't understand. How are you African Americans still able to keep going after all the shit we put you through? We don't understand.
We don't know why either. To be real, like, we really don't know why we're so, like, why black people have always gone through it and kept going through it.
Because we're playing life on expert mode. You and I have figured that out.
Yeah.
You know, like our consciousness comes from the source, and we are living in the 3-dimensional reality, just like he said. Well, he said, I think he said 4th density or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's a 3-dimensional reality. And we are playing on expert mode. That's why they don't understand that, because they are lower frequency beings. They haven't, and that's the whole point, is to level up your frequency,
It was
level up your
weird.
vibration, and we have, even though we suffer, we do a lot of bad shit, but the source, the spirit, the soul that occupies that vessel, once it's awakened, it's on some new shit.
Yeah, like when people like I'm not gonna stress say a name, but I remember I was thinking of somebody and they were kind of like, we're talking about science or some shit, right? And I was like talking about, I don't know. He was like, "Oh, you believe in aliens?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, it's almost like mathematically impossible for us not to have like other life forms in the universe. He was just like, "Oh, you're not religious because you believe in aliens." I was like, and then
Actually,
I never talk about it with him again because I was like, "Oh, you're like," it's like, I remember like, it's like I'm Michael Jordan and you're on the JV. We're not able to have at that level of a conversation.
no,
Like
no,
you
because
don't, and
that's
like,
all you know. He's on a lower frequency than you are, because he's only able to see things from one level. You've moved beyond that, and you can see it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's the worker bee, you're the boss.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't. He just knows that there's a task to be done, but he doesn't know how that task, whatever he's doing, how that fits, how that one cog fits in the whole machine. He doesn't. He doesn't know. He don't see the numbers. He doesn't know the data.
And no offense, because I feel like you can always level up. Like when
Always.
I call people stupid in the set, I think people are stupid in my opinion because you're not trying to level up. There's always there is no you're just always going to be dumb. So
Yeah.
yeah.
They're not trying to heighten their frequency. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. And it's just because they haven't started yet. They haven't tried yet. They haven't gotten that nugget to like make them like, whoa, wait a minute, what happened? See, we got that. We got lucky, man, because we our parents are like that. You know what I'm saying? Like our pops is like that. So he's always, you know,
Curious.
wanted to know more. He's always been curious, and and encouraged us to be curious. So mom too, you know what I mean, in her own right. You know what I mean?
More politically and more education and more like her own different way. You're right. Like it was very much like the same but different. Yeah.
They're educated people. So
yeah.
On that note, Kobe, I got another one from the SHODDI files. I got another one, bro. Again, this is our boy Bashar, and this is, you know, you and I like to talk about the Annunaki, the ancient civilizations and all that good stuff. And Bashar, he's a human who channels extraterrestrial interdimensional being named Bashar. So let's check it out here. 1 second here.
All right.
And this is a guy asked him, were the Bible stories made up? So let's take a listen.
Were a lot of the stories in the Bible made up stories?
They are allegorical for the most part, although there are parts of them that are somewhat literal. But overall, they are used as metaphors to describe things that there was really no understanding or language for on one level, but the concepts were understood and framed in story-like ways, in parable ways that could be understood by the people of the time more clearly. So the idea, for example, of Adam and Eve is simply the recognition of the beginning of what you would call the human race by the genetic manipulation of an extraterrestrial race, using the natural hominid species that evolved on your planet that you refer to as either Homo habilis or Homo erectus, that were genetically altered to contain some of the extraterrestrial genetics and create what you now refer to as yourselves as Homo sapien. The idea in an ancient language is that Adam or Adama simply means man.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes.
So it's what we have been talking about the whole time, man. What you think about that, bro?
That was dope. Yeah, man. It's
Got your
it
wheels
started to
spinning?
become more of a thing. No, I mean, what is there to say about that? We already
Right.
know about this stuff. So,
Right.
Yeah, y'all think we're playing around. If you think I'm here to play around,
We're not.
we're not
We're
playing
not.
around, no. Real
No.
shit. I think
This actually makes it a lot simpler than what you than what you think it is. There's your missing link.
I think if you look at religion from that context, it would unify people more than it would separate them.
Exactly.
Yet all these saviors are here to be saviors. Like, they're here to help you out, here to show you the way. Nothing wrong with that. You don't have to shit on anybody's belief. So,
Not at all. Not at all. Just a story told a different way. That's it.
yep.
That's it.
You still go to the source or heaven, whatever you want to call it. You still go there. It might come back in some theories, but hey.
Exactly. And there doesn't have to be a lake of fire waiting for you. It's just you don't get it right. Because there is no right. There's no wrong. No.
I'm sure there's well, I'm sure there's, I don't know. I just don't think you go to a lake of hell or like a lake of fire. But
yeah. Do without wilt is not it's not what we're talking about. Don't do as thou wilt. And those that do, there's just the wiring is messed up. You know what I'm saying? Because we know right from wrong. We do.
You do your duty, right? Not like what you want, but what your duty is.
We're here to serve. We're here to serve each other and one another. Yeah. Otherwise, there would just be us. We'll be here by ourselves with the animals and serve them.
That'd be wild.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Well, I remember this conversation that I had that they were talking about like human rights, right? Like it's a big thing that comes up in abortion conversation. And I remember someone said, "Well, what if there were no humans? Would there still be rights?" And I was like, "No." Because there's no one to like invalidate your right. And that's exactly what the guy said. He's like, I can't like respect your rights if there's no one here to respect it. So what I'm saying is that we're here to respect each other's rights. Like, that's a human thing to do. Respect each other, help each other, work with each other. I don't know what happened, bro. I think when we watch When We Do Our Lives, the evil one has kind of steeped in, talking about skinwalkers and stuff like that. I think evil is showing its face more way than once. And I think a big thing is kind of separating us from each other.
Yeah. And
theory.
It's all part of the game, man. It's all part of the game. So, just don't be an asshole. Don't be an asshole. You know what I'm saying? There's evil out there, there's good out there. Don't be an asshole. So politics, we're talking to you.
It's hard not to be an asshole sometimes because, like, let's say like you have ultimate power. You don't know you're being an asshole if you have ultimate power. If you know what I'm saying, because you don't know, no one's checking your power. I think you need to have like a self-check. Not everybody has that, right? Difficult conversation.
Yeah. It's deep, man. It's deep. But that's why we got a show. That's why we had these conversations. So.
Yep.